Yo, what's going on YouTube? Today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to give you guys two really effective non-DLC healing builds that should work out well for almost anybody. If you guys aren't aware, I already dropped two specific build videos, one covering non-DLC attack builds, and then the second one covering non-DLC range build. So feel free to check those out. And of course, it's only right that I drop these builds for y'all since you guys have been supporting me a lot on this channel. And I want to thank you guys so much for that. Anywho, let's get into this video. So starting off with build number 1, the build will be the Nuibari sword because of its very high range, speed, and although the attack power is pretty low, it doesn't really matter since this is a healing type character anyways. The alternate weapon will be the Kurosawa sword. It has pretty much the exact same stats and it's up to you which one you want. The ninja tool will be the seal tag. The skills starting from the top will be Master of Medicine, then Ready and Resolute, and third will be Unbending Will. And then for ninjutsu, it will be Cellular Extraction, 8 Trigrams Air Palm, Sand Clone, and last but not least, Feather Illusion Jutsu. So basically, this build allows you to stay alive a lot longer while putting your opponents at a disadvantage at the same time. The reason for the skills is Master of Medicine is like an automatic choice since it boosts your healing jutsu's recovery power, which I mean you should have this skill equipped by default. I feel like it's just essential for every healing type build. The skill Ready and Resolute, which reduces ninjutsu damage taken. This of course is great since heal types are usually more distant from their opponents, which makes it more likely for them to try using ninjutsu on you. And the last skill, Unbending Will, which I personally use a lot for most builds, reduces ninjutsu cooldown time when your health drops below a certain amount. This skill is just perfect for a heal type because you'll have a high chance of recovering your health before you die, so it goes hand in hand with the healing type build. Now the reasons for the ninjutsu is that cellular activation not only recovers you and your whole team's health, but it also removes negative status ailments if you have any. It seems like a basic jutsu, but it is definitely OP. Second, the 8 Trigrams Air Palm is a small blast, but whoever gets knocked by it, their ninjutsu gets sealed and it decreases the wait time for you to use another jutsu. Then the Sand Substitution binds and paralyzes the target. And finally, the secret technique Feather Illusion Jutsu pretty much puts any target around you to sleep for a few seconds and puts their ninja tools and substitution stock to 0. So it basically has to charge up all the way again for them to use it again, and it puts their whole team in a vulnerable state. That's what really makes this move lethal, like the fact that you can completely reset all their abilities to 0, which makes them a lot more vulnerable. So that will pretty much wrap up this build. So next, moving on to the second build, you guys will literally realize how it is much like the last build in terms of skill and ninjutsu. The weapon will be the Crimson Knife, or you could also choose the Crimson Frying Pan because it has the same stats. These weapons are great because they are the type that have like heavy hits that can break your opponent's guard, especially when you're trying to fight someone that is holding block the whole time. The ninja tool will be the healing type 2 this time. The skills this time will be again Master of Medicine, Armed and Dangerous, and then Unbending Will again. Now the ninja tool will be the Palm Sage Jutsu, Chakra Scalpel, Paper Cone Sub, and lastly the Uchiha Shuriken Jutsu Spring Storm. So like I said earlier, this build is a lot similar to the first build when you compare the skills and ninjutsu together. I guess you could say this build is a little more offensive compared to the first build. The reasons for the chosen skills now is again Master of Medicine boosts your healing jutsu's recovery power, and you should always have this skill equipped for every healing build like I said earlier. Armed and Dangerous reduces ninja tool cooldown so you can use your tags more often. The health tag would probably be more reasonable to use with this skill, so you can use it more frequently, but the choice is up to you. Again, for Unbending Will, it reduces ninjutsu cooldown when your health drops below a certain amount. Now to break down this ninjutsu selection, Palm Sage Jutsu is much like cellular activation because of the fact that it heals you and your team's health, but the only difference is that it has a smaller cooldown time and it doesn't remove negative effects like cellular activation. The Chakra Scalpel move is like the Air Palm. but it is more OP because it completely seals the target's ninjutsu, secret techniques, and disables their chakra jump for some time. Like, man, when I tell you, this jutsu is so annoying when people use it against you because you are literally helpless at that point. I'm pretty sure it's Kabuto's one of his original jutsu, but man, even in missions when you go up against Kabuto, like, you don't want to go against that man, bro, because like he's gonna just use that against you and it's so toxic. The sub is the paper clone jutsu because it can seal the jutsu of the target, and last but not least, the secret technique is the Uchiha Shuriken jutsu because it deals big group damage to the enemy team and heals your surrounding teammates at the same time. It's like a double whammy kind of thing. But yeah, if you are looking for effective healing builds without DLC, I definitely recommend trying these builds out, especially for starters. Let me know what you guys think of these builds in the comments, and if you have any other healing builds that are a little bit different or completely different you enjoy using, feel free to share it down below. As usual, you guys know the drill. If you enjoyed this video or learned something, hit that like button and sub button to support the channel. It only takes like 2 seconds, nothing more. Thank you everyone for all the support so far. We are currently on the road to 200 subscribers. Trust me, the support does not go unnoticed and is much appreciated from each and every one of you guys. So, until next time, it's your one and only Sensei, Grxnd, checking out. Peace.